The compareTo method of the string class. When we are comparing integers, we can just use the regular equality operator or comparison operators, greater than or less than. So here we've just got a quick example with integers of two numbers that are the same and one which is not the same. So just jumping in, not doing all of this, but just taking a look at this one, for example, that I is less than j. That I is less than j, that's false. So this is going to return false. I less than j, we look down here, that I is less than j is false. So we can use the regular less than or greater than or less than or equals to or greater than or equals to or equals operators for integers. But we cannot for strings. So first of all, before we even look at how it works, let's just look at the examples it prints out. So here are some strings, some of them one letter, a couple of them two letters. Those are the same. This is not the same as those, and so on. So that S1 equals S2 is true. That S1 equals S3 is false. So now the compareTo. This is actually not going to return a true or false. It's going to return a number. So if we compare S1 to S2, S1 to S2, the number that is returned is 0. But if we compare S1 to S3, S1 is less. S1 is less alphabetically by one character than S3. So when we compare S1 to S3, we get a minus 1. Then comparing S1 to S4, S1 is actually less by 2 letters alphabetically. And sure enough, S1 compared to S4 gives us minus 2. Let's take a look at the code before we continue on with that. The code looks like this. These are strings. S1 is a string. S2, S3, S4, they're all strings. So we can call from those string objects not only equals, which returns true or false, but compareTo. compareTo does not return true or false. compareTo returns an integer. And the value of the integer is exactly the number of letters less than or greater than one is to the other. So let's go down to a string actually with 2 letters, not just one. So S5 right here, CJ, and S6, CN. So tied at the first letter, we jump to the second letter and we make a calculation. J, K, L, M, N. So J is less than N by 4. So that should return a minus 4 if we compare S5 to S6. So here it is. That last line of printing is this is the second last line. S5 to S6. S5 is 4 less than S6, so it returns minus 4. And I guess the last thing that I printed out here was S6 compared to S5. Well, that's the bigger compared to the smaller. How much bigger is it than the other one? By, again, the same amount by 4. So S6 compared to S5 is plus 4. So there you go. compareTo with 2 string objects returns an integer. Less than 0 if the first string is quote-unquote less than the second, and a positive integer if the first string is quote-unquote greater than the second.